Hello, we are going to be working on the Advanced 1 and Advanced 2 self-defense. The first one we'll be working on is called a standing choke elbow cross guillotine. This is where Tommy approaches me here with two hands. So this is the threat. So first thing you want to do is cinch your chin as close as you can to your chest, so help prevent him from going underneath and getting a good choke on. From here, what I want to do is, I'll do it from this angle here, I'm going to take my right arm, I'm going to come across his arms, break his hold. So you notice Tommy goes down closer to me, which allows me to do my next move, which is an elbow strike. I'm going to come back with an elbow to the side of his head. Here I'm going to try to keep control, maintain control of his arm here, keep it in check. I'm going to follow through, wrap my arm around, and go as deep as I can. I'm going to turn Tommy this way so you can see this angle. What I want to do is drop down where ideally what I want is his chin in line with the bend of my elbow. If you have to, you can take your other hand, this angle again, trying to move his arm back here, takes your hand here, you're going to push his chin towards your elbow and the bend of your elbow, okay, if you have to do that. So drop your weight, go up under his chin, okay, and then I want to grab, again, not turning here, I'm going to grab here, I'm going to grab my right wrist, and then I'm going to pull like I'm trying to show my bicep muscle. So you want to pull up, hips up under, and then you'll kind of like do like an oblique crunch until they tap. Okay, we'll do it from this angle. So again, I'll do a two-hand choke. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to go right hand this way, come strike down, break his grip, come back with an elbow strike, wrap, drop my weight down, make it heavy so he cannot raise up. Okay, good. And then I want to wrap my arm around here, grab my wrist, hips under, and I'm going to do a side crunch. That's called standing choke, elbow cross guillotine. The next one is a standing choke close guard guillotine. A standing choke close guard guillotine. It's the same thing, only go to the ground. So as Tommy approaches my neck here, I'm going to cinch. I'm going to come around. Okay. Also, one thing you can also do is do an elbow strike as you come across. If that's there, that's a plus as well. You're going to strike down, come across with an elbow, and you got the guillotine here. Okay. Maybe you're not getting the guillotine as good as you want, so maybe it calls for you to go to the ground. Let's get this a little bit here. So as we squat down, we're going to shoot back. Close guard is crossing your legs here. Go as high as you can on the back. It's the same thing you're doing on the stand up, one on the ground. I'm going to do a side crunch until he taps. I'll do it from a different angle. Switch sides. Tommy approaches me again. I'll cinch my neck here. I'm going to come across, strike down, strike across the side of the head, come around and wrap, walk my way up, hips in, I'm going to squat, and I'm going to push back, and here, close guard. Okay, and side crunch. One thing I want to mention is when you do push back, it's very important. I'll do this without Tommy. When you push back, it's not just falling down in here, because they can come down on top of you. When you do this, you want to make sure that when you're under, you're going to squat down and push back and then close guard. That's really important. It sets it up for the guillotine choke. The third one is called a throat press wrist lock takedown. There is an option that we're including in this. It's called Turn Around Heaven and Earth, and it's part of this series. So throat press wrist lock takedown is the foundational move. So we're going to just work on that one first. Throat press wrist lock takedown. So again, they do a two-handed choke. Again, what I want to do this time, I'm going to take my two fingers here. I'm going to go up between his two arms. I'm going to go to the spot here in the neck here, kind of where the windpipe is. You're going to push in and drop down. What that does we'll get a reaction where he'll move back and he'll go down a little bit. Okay, see Tommy here. Now, that's the foundational move right there, just the throat press. Now, the next one is turn on heaven and earth, which has the 3 options. So one more time, Tommy will grab. I'll do on this side so you guys can see. So I'm going to do a throat press and down. While I get a reaction here, this is when I go to this hand here for the wrist lock. And some of you may know this from a C-lock, inverse C-lock. It is just like that, but this is what we call turn on heaven and earth. Option 1 is the wrist lock here. Option 2 is from here, I'm going to keep my right hand onto his hand, making sure your thumb's at the end of the knuckle for leverage. My other arm will hit the elbow into the pit of his shoulder where his arm meets his body, and then my left hand palm will cradle and push back as I go here. So it's opposing forces here. One's going down, one going here. From option 2, what you want to do is from here, your left hand will replace your right hand, or whatever side you're on. Okay. So on this side, my left hand will replace my right thumb. I want to grab this way. Okay. It's not coming down this way. It's wrapping your hand this way. Okay. I'm going to grab the drumstick of the thumb, and then let's change angles so you can see here. So as I'm here, I want to rotate Tommy's body where I have a wrist lock here. Always maintain that 90-degree angle. I can go up underneath, press up, and lock, or I can also grab, hook on top, elbow into the shoulder and the arm, and press here. Okay. So all 3 options on throat press, wrist lock, takedown. Keep in mind that the 3 options I show does not have to be in that order. Those are just options for you to do if you have to do this. For example, so if he grabs here on this one here, I can just go to the 3rd one. I don't have to do them in order, just the way it is taught. Okay, moving on, top mount, choke, arm, trap, and roll. So top mount, choke, arm, trap, and roll. Of course, this is a situation where you get taken to the ground. So maybe you fell, maybe he pushed you down, maybe he hit you where you fell. So we're going to start from the ground. So let's say that I get knocked down, Tommy tops mount. Okay, this is called top mount position. It's a dominant position for him, bad for me, but there are ways out of this. Keep in mind that you keep your elbows in tight here, not flared out. Very important to keep your elbows in tight. Also keep your head off the mat, or off the ground. Try not to have it here where you have a better chance to punch you, and there's no like shock absorber. So here, let's say that he comes here for a choke. These are what we're working on. All right, we're gonna go this direction towards the camera. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep my hands here. Also, elbows are tight here, so you just try to crawl up on your chest where you don't have a chance to bridge. So from this side here, I'm going to take my left hand, I'm going to snake around and wrap around his wrist, close to his hand. My other hand is going to be what's called like a C-lock hold. I'm going to go on just above his elbow, and then I'm going to push and then push in towards him where it breaks his strength down. From here, my right leg will come around and find his foot and trap. My left leg goes into the center of his back where I can bump him to weaken his base. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to bridge, and it's really important to keep your feet close to your rear, and that way you can get a bridge motion. I'm going to send him that way where I go into his guard. So it's here. Now when I'm here, I'm going to keep intact and keep close to here where I cover my head, like so. You never want to look into the attacker where they get a better chance to hit your facial bones. Your skull is much harder than your face. So from here I can do palm strikes. I can work my way up. I can hit his sternum with my elbow. I can hit the groin shot. If I want, I can kick, and then I escape. Okay? Do it once more slow. So chin up.
knees are bent close towards my